This is Valerie Van Boeven with the Senior Care Industry Netcast, where leaders with 3 or more years in the senior care industry share their advice. So let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, Valerie. I'm Becky Moultrie. I'm the owner and administrator of Assisting Hands Home Care. We're a private duty home care agency here in Pinellas County, Florida, serving the greater St. Petersburg area and the beaches. And we help seniors stay independent at home by sending home health aides and certified nursing assistants into the home just to give our seniors that extra help so they can be more independent.
And I know for a fact that you've been doing this a long time and that you do a really good job because you have some fabulous testimonials from clients and referral sources and employees. So I know people love you guys so much down there. So thank you for being such a great provider of home care services.
Thanks, Valerie. It is truly a blessing to be in this business and to serve our community here.
Well, so tell us, what is the best thing about serving seniors and their families?
Oh my gosh. For me, it's that I get to do what God made me for. Home care is a passion for me. 6.5 years ago, I experienced a job layoff. And it's like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do now? And I'd been an entrepreneur before, had owned my own business previously. And my business coach at that time said, Becky, you know what? It's time for you to be an entrepreneur again. So I spent a lot of time in prayer, and I was in church one day, and God said to me, take care of my people. And I looked around church, and it was all older people. And I'm like, okay, I said to my husband, David, we got to find something that takes care of our seniors, and started looking at different business opportunities and came across Assisting Hands Home Care. It's an amazing franchise network. And we've just been so blessed to meet amazing people in the industry. And for me, I've now found my passion. And I love working with families, and I love working with our caregivers and making a difference, not only in our clients' lives, but in our employees' lives. And it's been an amazing blessing.
Yes, I totally agree about that. And not just your clients' lives, but your employees' lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I think, what keeps a home care agency running easily and well. I know that hiring is always an issue with our caregivers. We always need to be hiring more caregivers, but
Right.
to keep them with you is honoring them. And they
Right.
are our brave souls that are out there
Yep.
fighting the good fight and keeping our seniors happy and healthy. So thank you for what you do. And I know your families are your adult children. Like, I'm an adult child of aging parents. They feel so much better knowing you guys are there. So, all right. So let's switch gears for just a second and talk about online marketing a little bit. So I ask this question every time we do an interview, and it's really just to we're in a weird period of time in the world right now, and not able to see our referral sources as easily as we were able to. So online marketing is kind of become more important, but it's ever changing. It's confusing. I know it's confusing, and it's it's just a challenge sometimes. So what has been your thoughts or your experience with your online marketing so far, and has it changed since COVID came around?
Yeah, we've actually adapted. The one thing I learned in doing this business is I can't do it all myself. I'm very much want to do as much as I can myself, but what I've learned is I have to have a good team around me, be that phenomenal office staff to phenomenal caregivers I've got to have all the support systems. So just like you hire a CPA to do your taxes, and just like you hire an attorney to do your will and your estate planning, you need to hire a social media expert to do your online marketing if you're going to do it right. So that's where, we've loved using your group, Valerie, because as COVID started here, we really had to think, okay, what are we going to do to stand out And that's where we went in and we fixed our Google business page, and we revamped our reviews. And I tell you what, where we're getting leads right now is from online. People are finding us on Google, and I'm like, yay, it's working.
I really, I agree with you, and thank you for those kind words. But I agree with you that, you have a calling, and that your home care business is what you're good at. This is your expertise, and you need to focus on that. And it is like hiring a CPA. I mean, if you hire out, have someone, and I also say, we're not the only game in town. I mean, there's other people that can do your SEO, but having someone who has experience in that senior care market helps, I think,
Yeah.
only because it's a different animal. It's not a plumber, a roofer, a lawyer. It's just a very emotional time for families, and a very fragile time. So the kind of social media that you use is different than, it can't be all advertisements. And so anyway, but thank you. Yes. And you guys have done a great job. And like I said, your reviews have just, they blow my mind. They're just so amazing. I think another one just came in, and they're just so, people love you. Your clients love you, your referral sources.
Well, we love them. And you know what? God is love. And that's what this is all about. This is our calling to do. Our vision statement is do good with love, and God is love. And that radiates in the feedback we get from our families.
Yep, it sure does. I can attest to that. So, all right, so let's go back to senior care, the senior care industry. I would imagine that in your career, in your lifetime, there have been people or organizations that you thought, man, they do a great job, or they've just made a difference to you. Who are those people that have made a difference for you, or organizations?
Okay, well, I thought a lot about that question. And the one that has made the most difference during COVID here has been Loving Pets. Loving Pets are animatronic cats and dogs that people can get, and they're absolutely amazing. And if you go to our website and you look at our services, there's a link there to Loving Pets, and actually a discount code if somebody wants to buy one. But here in the state of Florida, the Department of Elder Affairs and the Livable Florida campaign joined together with the Alzheimer's Association. And the Alzheimer's Association made a grant to the state of Florida and said, if you have homebound seniors with any kind of dementia, they don't have to have a formal diagnosis, but if they have some kind of cognitive impairment, we want to give them something to help them deal with the isolation of COVID. So they said you can either pick an MP3 player with and they have different music genres available, or you can request an animatronic cat or dog. Well, we put that out at the beginning of COVID when we found out about it, and we ordered dozens of cats and dogs for people. And the response I have gotten from families has been amazing. I was in one of my clients' homes on Monday night, and walked in, and she had puppies sitting there. And she was so funny. She said to me, she's Spanish speaking, but she speaks some English. And in her broken English, she said to me, he's not real, but I like him because I can't have real dog. And it just, in other cases, we've seen clients that have come out of their shell, that maybe they're agitated, they're sundowning at the end of the day, and you bring that pet out, and there's something about pet therapy that is just so soothing. So for our seniors that it may be too much to have a real dog or cat, or their pet that they had for many years has passed and it's just too much for them to take the dog out for a walk, the difference that these animatronic pets have made in our seniors' lives is just absolutely spectacular.
That is so, I remember us talking about this, and that you have it. Now, can anybody order those nationwide, or is it just in Florida?
So in Florida, it was a grant where they're being shipped out at no charge to the family. But otherwise, anybody can go through our website, or they can go to Loving Pets. But if you go to assistinghands.com/Pinellas, and in our services, click the Loving Pets link, they can go to the link for the page, and you can get a 10% discount. when you go through our page. So.
Well, what we'll do is when we post your interview, what we'll do is we'll put a link where we talk about this. It'll be all transcribed. Everybody will be able to read about it. So I'll make sure we put a link directly to that page.
Perfect.
With this, because you know what, I was thinking, and I thought about this and didn't do anything about it at the time, but my dad's in a nursing home, but he would probably love that.
What a great gift you could send him. The
Oh,
pets
yeah.
are, I want to say the cats are like $90 and the dogs are like $110. For
Yeah.
$100 gift, for an adult child to send their parent that.
Mm-hmm.
You can send mom flowers, you can send dad a game or a puzzle or something, but this is something that's going to last
Mm-hmm.
as long as they're alive. So
Yeah.
it's an
Very
amazing gift.
cool. Neat. Okay, so we'll have to definitely check that out again. All right. So that's so cool. My dad would love that. All right. Okay, so is what piece of advice would you give to other senior care providers?
Oh boy. This is the hardest business, the hardest I've ever worked in my life.
Yeah.
This is not an easy game, because we're talking about people's lives and we're taking care of people and they're very fragile, and that's why we're in the home. So I would say, don't take it personal. Somebody gave me really good advice. They said, use the Q-tip theory. Q-tip stands for quit taking it personal. So as much as you take it personal and you want to do everything you can for families, you've got to step back and be a professional. But at the same token, I would say surround yourselves with good people. My first 3 years in business were so harrowing and so stressful because I took everything personal. And when somebody would call off, it's such a stressful thing. But surround yourself with a good team so that you're not the only one absorbing all that stress. Get good office staff going, get great on-call people, get a phenomenal scheduler, and spread that responsibility out across a great team. And I would say it's a phenomenal business once you get your team in place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spreading that, delegating and spreading that stress. I don't want to say that everybody has to be stressed all the time, but spreading it out so that everybody can jump in and help when needed. Ooh,
Right.
definitely much better than taking it all on yourself. And it is hard at the beginning because you may not be able to afford to hire help right away.
Correct. Correct.
But I would agree. It's sort of like milestones. At the 1 year mark, the 3 year mark, the 5 year mark, you finally
Yeah.
start getting those pieces into place. And it's true, those first 5 years or so are really critical to any business. But in home care, I got to say, we see that over and over again. The first 5 years are super critical time to get it together.
Right. Right. And now
Otherwise,
we have COVID that is made it, a little bit more challenging. But I can say that base structure we put together in those first 5 years, because we just celebrated our 6th-year anniversary. If
yay.
we hadn't had that solid rock foundation there, I don't think we could have made it through COVID.
Yeah. Oh, it has been rough for so many, and I'm so glad that you guys came out on the other side in a positive way. And I know there's still ways to go. I mean,
We're not
everybody's
done yet. We're on the
yeah.
COVID coaster, and it's an up and down ride. And there's some high climbs and there's some quick falls, but you get through it. And at the end of the day, you smile and say, "Okay, let's do it again."
Yep, we survive another day. Yep. All right, last question. This is one that always stumps everybody. I Not always, but when you have a win, it could be anything in life, could be a marriage, a celebration, a graduation. How do you like to celebrate? Or a client's just, their family's just at peace with what's now in place, all the services you provide.
Right. Number one, I thank God. Try to remember that every time. But my other two are food and flowers. So we love to celebrate with food in the office. And then for myself personally, I love flowers. I'm a gardener. My husband's a beekeeper, so flowers are very
Ooh,
important to us. And I
yeah.
love to wear flowers. So I love to go buy a new plant for the garden, or maybe go buy myself something with flowers on it,
Right.
because not only does it make me happy, there you go, you got yours on today, Valerie. It makes other people happy. So spread the joy.
Yeah, I love that. And a beekeeper. We need more beekeepers for sure.
You
That's
do,
awesome.
and it makes the world a sweeter place.
It sure does. That is so nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview and taking the time out of your day. We appreciate it because it's all about sharing the wisdom
Yeah.
and sharing your passion and what you do for folks. And I think you've done a great job. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Valerie. We love what you do, and thank you for making our business shine just a little bit brighter out there. It's amazing. Thank you.
Aw, thanks.